Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Indiana, the backcourt, Hill and Myers. Paul George is out there with Hill, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here is George, following the shot by Kevin Durant. George with the ball. Cantor covering. Poke loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Morrow. He's guarded by Hill. Morrow kicks to Durant. Outside Westbrook. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Durant, here we go. Got it from 16 feet. Durant's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Oklahoma City. Outside, George. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Turner with a screen on Durant. Here's George. Here's Turner. Can't get it to go. Ibaka with some nice D. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Morrow kicks to Durant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he has even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age. Clarkin was a star so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or two away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical, emotional, and mental come together at that peak point of performance. His best seasons are still in front of him, and he's had some pretty good ones behind him to this point.
Now, here is Hill. And George, here we go. George in the first year of a 5-year max-level contract extension. Boy, those are big words and mean a lot. We talked about earlier his name on the marquee and how it's big and bright. His play last season left no question in a lot of people's mind that he's worth every dollar.
Yeah, there are only about a dozen or so guys that are worthy of max contracts, in my opinion, and he's clearly one because he's gotten better every season. He hungers to be great, and he's a tremendous two-way player, potentially a guy who could be Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career. That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. Force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively. And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there. Then you look at Paul George. Other than LeBron James, he might be the top two-way perimeter player in the league.
And that was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Hill passes to Hill. Lets a floater go.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Hill pulls it in.
And Paul George is a phenomenal athlete, folks. I mean, he does stuff that should look hard and makes it look easy. Never takes a play off defensively and still has the energy to carry the offensive load that he does. That attribute's so underrated. There are very few players that are able to do it the way PG does. And it really is one of the marks of greatness, and he's headed in that direction. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Pacers trail by 4. Now Hill. Hill sets the screen for Hill. In low to Hill. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Cantor's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Morrow. He's got 6. With a step back. And he gets it to go. Morrow's got 8 points. Pacers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Turner with the screen for George. Goes up off the pick. Rejected by Westbrook. It's stolen by Hill. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Left side, George. Right side, Hill. Back to George. 6 to shoot. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Hill has the open look. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
And it's Paul George with the foul. On defense, the Pacers. 6-point game. Durant with a wide open look.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Westbrook kicks to Durant.
Check out the game for Durant. He's got 11 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
You know, the NBA is a talent league, and it's hard to win in the NBA without superstar talent. And the Thunder are fortunate to have 2 superstars in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those 2 give them a chance to win no matter who they're facing up against or where they're playing.
Now Westbrook following the 3-point attempt by Rodney Stuckey.
You know, not a lot of teams from the East do well against the West, but it should be no surprise that the Pacers were one of those teams last year.
Pacers with 18 wins and 12 losses against the West last year. As you said, no surprise, as their defense can let them compete against anybody.
Talking about the Pacers in the Western Conference, only the Heat had more wins against the West. The Pacers did that.
Well, a lot of where you end up in the East has to do with how you play against the Western Conference teams, at least for the top teams. And the Pacers wouldn't have gotten that #1 seed in the East without doing as well as they did out West.
Now here's Stuckey. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The drive by Ellis. Back to Stuckey. Indiana moving it around. Clock at 6. Hill has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Outside Westbrook. Durant in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. There's the feed to Stuckey. Ellis outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Monte Ellis at 6'3" is certainly a gifted scorer. He played most of his career minutes at the shooting guard position. He gives up some size there, however, and that's been a challenge for him at the defensive end.
And some have felt as a scoring combo guard, Ellis would be best as a 6th man. Steve, coming off the bench, what do you think?
I agree. You know, as talented as he is, you know, he's really kind of a combo guard who's a nightmare matchup for a lot of players. But he's not a true point, and he doesn't have that size that you want at the 2-guard spot. So, to me, the 6th man makes perfect sense.
Here is Stuckey. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Stuckey dishes to Mahinmi. Back to Stuckey. Ellis goes in. He feeds it to Stuckey. 5 on the clock. The 3-pointer, no good.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Serge Ibaka is now a two-way presence. Of course, an intimidating shot blocker, but also a great complementary piece offensively. Kevin Durant said he's a guy that excels playing off of others. He gives himself up, sets great screens. He shifts the defense with his hard rolls to the basket, and you have to respect his jumper. Kevin, back to you.
He stretched his range out beyond the arc doors. Thanks. Here's Morrow. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Now here's Ellis. 10 points for him. He dishes it to Stuckey. There's the pick. On the wing hill. Lets it fly. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Hill's got 5 now.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Durant attacking. Fades. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 20.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Ellis, the pass to Stuckey. Stuckey right side. Back to Ellis. Inside. He's looking for Mahaney and finds him. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Stolen by Allen. The drive by Ellis. And the shot is good. Ellis has got 4 this quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Feeds it to Cantor. Westbrook against Stuckey. It's rebounded by Ellis. Pacers trail by 7.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry. Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
The Pacers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers help them win games.
Now here's Durant. He's got 20. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's good. Durant's got 22 points.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
And here we go with Monte Ellis. 12 points for him. Ellis right side. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Awesome defense.
And so that brings